Do I have lights?
Yes. You have,
okay.
you have a flashing red light.
Flashing red light? Now we're good to go. Wow, look at this key.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really ridiculous.
You bought an STI. I'm gonna look
It's
at.
a completely different experience when you just have.
Yeah. Ugh. I'm gonna have seats that stay in. That Cornet was so.
That was an adventure.
I wonder if it's the same thing that my car had when these things squeaked.
Oh yeah.
But it's just gunk that. You trade one noise for the other. Everything in that thing rattles and bangs because it's all metal.
Oh yeah.
And then you have early 2000s plastics that are. All right. So anything I need to know before I get started here?
Shifters, very sloppy, but that's about it. Everything else should just work fine. And you will hear some like a banging noise coming from the rear suspension.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about. I'm not sure what it is, but it's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
It's been like that.
Does this have exhaust? Does this have mufflers?
It does, yeah.
Well, it has a turbo, so that shuts it up a little bit. When I looked under the car, I'm looking for a can, and I'm like, where is it?
Well, maybe it doesn't. I mean, it has the same exhaust that it did when I got it.
Mm-hmm.
And I never really looked at it, so I don't. Maybe it doesn't have a muffler.
Okay.
But it isn't extremely loud. It's loud, just not.
We noticed that it is louder in here than it is in a 67 Cornet. So I got my ring, and all right, so first thing I noticed is I got to deal with that wing in the back. Ooh, rumbles. That's the one thing that oh yeah, I don't know what, that's a clunky noise coming from the back.
It only happens at low speed.
Okay.
So once we speed up, it should be fine.
It's something sitting something. I'm gonna keep lights off. I don't really need it. This I am not gonna take on the highway. I am gonna go on that back road because it's more fitting. Although maybe we could go on the back road and come back highway. Could do that.
Sure, that works.
Oh, I have a warning light here. Oh,
Yeah, it's for the
airbag.
airbag.
Okay. Are these seats made by Recaro, or did Subaru design them themselves? Because they're really nice.
I think they're designed by Subaru. I'm totally certain.
So what attracted you? Were you always a Subaru guy, or is this your first venture into the...
I mean, my friend had or my friend's parents had a Subaru Outback, when I was in the 90s, so I kind of, I was always somewhat attracted to Subarus. It wasn't until college when a friend of a friend had a WRX with an STI turbo that he threw on there, and I got a ride in it, and it was just really fast. That's when I fell in love with it, and I decided I have to have some kind of WRX.
Right.
Now the only question was, do I want a WRX wagon or an STI?
Now this STI, that's that guy making a Pittsburgh left on me? Nope. 3,000 right there in third. In fourth, I lose. Oh, it's more than I thought. That's 700 RPM. I wonder if it's all the same 700 RPM. That was about 800 RPM in between fourth and fifth. Sixth is probably luggy as hell. Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad the overdrive is really a true overdrive, not just like, we'll give you 0.9. But there is a lot of hunting, a little bit. Oh, there it is. Honestly, this thing would kick the Cornet's ass. As cool as that Cornet is, maybe if you were forced to stay in the same gear.
That Cornet it's really fun though. I mean, sitting in those bench seats and sliding all around.
There's the clunk. Anyway, you were saying you were searching for a Subaru of your own.
WRX wagon or an STI, and I decided I would rather have the power over the space.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, went to...
Whoa. Whoa. That's a lot smoother than I thought it would be. I thought, now we really didn't get in it. There is no boost gauge, which I'm surprised that it didn't come with one, because I'm used to seeing anybody with any Subaru puts a boost gauge in there somewhere.
Yeah, like I said, I just want it to work.
That it is idling at 490 RPM. Where? It's a nice idle sound. I like it that it's smoothly idling under 500 RPM. I mean, that sounds muscle car E. Look at your G-Wagon up there going to Wegman, you jerk. Even though we're going to end up there. See, that's the thing. I want to... This thing is probably very quick merging onto the highway, and I want to do it, but I also know that that engine note is gonna cry havoc as we do it. Should I do it?
My vote is go for it.
Yeah, it's not your license. I can see, yeah, there's a bit of slop right there.
Yeah.
But it's not as bad. I mean, I've driven some GM cars that were all over the place.
Yeah, I didn't realize how bad it was, though. I mean, like you say, it's not horrible, but it's pretty bad. I didn't realize how bad it was until I drove a coworker's pretty new WRX.
Yeah?
That thing has no slop whatsoever.
Nice.
And, yeah, just a much nicer car to drive.
Was this the previous owner as well? This.
It was, yeah.
Okay. Whoa, that gains revs fast. All right. I'm in an STI Subaru, and I'm going to be merging onto the highway, which means I need to be over here. Crossing over the solid white, sorry. Where. Unlike the E92, which is a silent ghost, this is not that. Whoa. Alright, don't be dumb. This car makes me dumb. Impulse control, keep it together. Keep it together. All you gotta do is merge onto the highway and not pull your dick out. I bet there's so much torque I don't have to. My red line is 7,000 RPM. Probably, you know, the STIs better have the dual overhead KMM motor. Go, merge of nations. That's all we need. Stay legal. See, I was expecting that thing to shout a lot more than it did.
Yeah, it doesn't get too
honestly loud. That honestly sounded a little bit quieter under. Well, no, it seriously was making more noise. I was expecting the engine to bark, but it didn't. Oh yeah, I got another gear. Okay. Boom. That's the one thing that the Coronet can do, is hide the crassness of 422. A wham. So now we're really just going back up the road to Wegmans, and you're welcome to come with finally be someplace warm. And Nick is sleeping. What a day.
Yep.
Thanks for... That's a heavy key.
It is, yeah. Really makes its presence known.
Yeah.
Never have to hunt for the right key.
Well, thank you so much, Ethan. Thank you for letting me drive your STI.
Thank you.
Good evening, it's time for the live drawing of the daily number and the big 4 number for Thursday, December 17th, 1987. Tonight's senior citizen witness is... Now, let's play the daily number. Draw the first digit, please.